Karma and you're assuming that they're going to get hard prio, you know, in bot and really be able to get down there, actually look to constantly shove. Talia can help to try to push mid, to try to lock Zoe under her turret, and then as well for revenge. So potentially that's why they were comfortable giving that over. You can see Bolulu has a smite. So they do have his smite to secure it because Envy did not actually have his available and are going to be able to grab that first dragon.
Any potential intervention from Dignitas with the rest of the team at the ready. They want to step into this, getting the stun and the shove and the flash away from Revenge. Attempted knock by Armut. A follow-up stun and an ace in the hole to finish off. Tomo picking up first blood. The game and they're fighting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, their top side has a lot of ability to CC chain. Jensen flashing back though.
Trying to assist. Gemby going in for it. Santorin with the ultimate in response. Jensen eliminated by Immortals here with the pressure.
Yeah, and that time they fully commit. They're making no mistake about it. Flash on Kenvi, flash ignite on Bolulu, flash on Fleshy as well. Everyone hard committing to get that kill onto Jensen. Jensen flashback very early to actually create space from that buy. As Tomo back here to bot lane, they're actually looking for this kill on Tactical, and he is very far up, but he's looking for the 1v2!
Tactical wants to take Tomo down, throws down the ult, tries to slide it back, but Tomo gets it. Meanwhile, over on the top side, Armut in a dangerous place, but Revenge, ooh, can't pick up.
Yeah, Revenge, no more spells available, and Armut about to go Mega, so Dragon, but not really in position to contest, unfortunately for them. Looks like it's just going to have to be given over there to Kenvi, as Immortals grab their second dragon.
He's known to be a very intelligent mind, takes one for the team type player. To build this way makes a lot of sense with his approach, and right now, over on the top side, getting one to sleep in the pursuit here by Fleshy for the lock and the quickness, and Armut, the target of tons of effort from Immortals to finish him off before they can rotate on over, but Santorin with a responsive ultimate as well. Ace in the hole again, but don't even need it to finish it off. Jensen, this time Jensen got to get the kill before the ultimate came in from Tomo, but Dignitas throwing one back onto the support after their top was taken means they can pressure back over in towards the river.
Yeah, it was a great sleep from Bolulu to actually set up that initial kill, and they do commit in, they do kill off Armut, but they chased very deep to do it, and as Dignitas do arrive, the punish is there. They get a kill back. They're trying to look to challenge here. Can Bolulu find anything? They proc the eye, so now it's just going to be a 50-50. The eye is not going to actually spawn again. And Santorin's team has left him. Oh, and Envy who gets the smite.
Gets it, trying to find a wall right now. Ignar with the tether for the root. Jensen throwing down the divide so they can make sure to finish off Kenvi before he has any escape. No flash at the ready. Santorin with the kill credit. And right now, this is that Rift Herald that we saw the fight to the smite for, and Immortals getting the charge here on mid, but lots of damage coming down from Dignitas means they can't actually finish it up. The Dragon being up, this is what you do a lot of times with that Rift Herald, put that pressure over towards mid so that you can start up on the Dragon.
Yeah, and one of the difficulties here is Arma, if you actually look at the minimap, he's coming from below, but he's got no Mega Gnar at all. He's got no Narbar, so he can't actually go for an early flank. Santorin takes to this poke, but hasn't had time to Warmogs it up just yet. Gonna be a 50-50 potentially.
Ignar took so much damage from Bolulu there and backs off. Third Dragon now for Immortals that they have stacked up.
Yeah, the setup just wasn't good. I mean, Armut. Oh no, the lazy recall. Revenge.
Opportunity to lock down and dish out that damage with the Blade Caller as well. Seeing who they can pick off and get the resources out of. They see it can be here. They see an opportunity to try and get some blast, at least get a flash out of it. Fleshy in and out with a battle dance takes a lot of damage, but Dignitas want to usher this wave in. Revenge was over on the bot river side to respond if necessary.
I mean, that is a huge find there for Dignitas, because they get the flash off Kenvi, the ult off Kenvi, they get the flash and ult off Fleshy as well. So a good chunk there, no hesitation at all from Santorin. It doesn't need to be the Xayah. Xayah's playing cleanse. Xayah has the ultimate. Xayah has the Gale Force. You're not going to be consistent on connecting ultimates on the Sejuani to her, so you just have to take those targets that as they show themselves. Tomo in some trouble here potentially.
Has the shielding from Ignar, had the flash, but the response from Bolulu to come back on that, and another sleep. Look at the dish back damage onto Kenvi though, as Santorin comes in with the assault. Tomo kill, 2 down for Immortals.
That is huge. Tomo able to survive. You know, does have to spend both his summoners, but really playing that out well. Ignar blocking the damage falling through, making sure that Vi couldn't actually get to him. Actually stop that Vault Breaker from coming through. And Dignitas winning big there, now swinging the gold in their favor. Santorin has been out on the map harassing them. when you're playing with the Warmogs, you want to take these little scuffles. You don't want 100-0 all-ins. You want to poke and prod and trade health and then constantly just be healing it back up over and over and over. And that's what Dignitas has been able to do in these last couple of minutes. Jensen now going to take top tower as well. We just saw them take down the bot turret. So the gold lead, whatever team gets there first is going to have such an advantage. You know, I talked about the strength of Zoe and Jace, you know, playing around there, but likewise for the other team, trying to actually fight through a corridor against Caitlyn traps.
Are moving up to kind of find that first contact. Can we get in line with their front line to start dishing out that damage immediately? Here's a teleport coming in with Revenge, sandwiched between Jensen and Arma. Tomo as well. Revenge making sure to make his way over towards Tactical using that flash, but Santorin followed by Fleshly in the hole to get it onto Revenge. Now the rest of Immortals, they are worried. A stun up and more onto Tactical, who uses the Featherstorm in response to get the kill onto Santorin. Dignitas are still in. Look at that damage though. Jensen in stasis, but immediately back up and down.
Jensen making a huge error. Arma's going to try to get in there. He's trying to prop up that Narbar.
Teleport in the center. Dignitas still keeping themselves around. Baron burn down. Immortals want to find some damage onto Arma. Dignitas making their dance, but they couldn't find the opening.
Yeah, I mean, the initial play, I think, was fine. They got so much pressure down onto Tactical. Yes, Santorin did have to give his life for it. Arma's going to look, though, but this is kind of risky.
Stun onto Revenge. Ignar making sure to speed up. Lots of damage back onto Ignar. Tomo finishing off Revenge to the best of his ability and can be into the backline. Gets there with the ultimate, out with the Q, and another pop from Tomo to get a kill for Dignitas.
Does cost them the Baron, but at the very least, Dig did get a couple kills back afterwards. Tomo, though.
Another buy into the back. Tomo flashing away and can be also on the exit. Fleshy making sure to stay by Tactical's side. They want to keep him alive, and they do have that poke for themselves to get that damage onto Ignar, to get that damage onto Santorin. Weaver's Wall for the separation of one. Sleep onto Armut. Revenge into the back, but ends up giving his life for it. Dignitas see if they can capitalize upon getting that kill. They have a wave coming across mid, and Santorin still just gonna get his HP right back up to frontline the rest.
Yeah, I mean, he's healed up multiple times, it feels like, in a row now. He's gonna have to back it up now as the mini wave is gone, but just great ulti from Jensen. Tomo sticking around to actually finish off that tower back as well. It's tough to actually burst through. You know, that looks like nearly 3,000 health that they're basically having to get through with those shields as well.
Good job on delays by things like that, Weaver Wall, saying even those that want to try and reach Tomo are going to have so much harder of a time doing it because the way Dignitas are making sure to protect this carry. 5-0. Words out there, is it just getting a pick onto somebody else if you can't reach Tomo? How are you breaking into this? But it's Dignitas that are the ones setting it up. Another Weaver's Wall coming in from Jensen to get the separation. Coming in the opposite direction for Tactical. Dignitas now starting to get bundled together, but they feel nice and healthy. They feel very comfortable in their HP, but Fleshy from over the wall gets the multi-hit, but goes down. A knock from Armut, but it's 2 eliminated from Immortals for the one trade on Dignitas. Revenge on the retreat, separated from Kenvi, who gets stunned up and delayed, going for the blast cone hit, but you've got all kinds of terrain under you, Jensen, to be able to vision. They know where Immortals are coming from over on mid, and some of what was working out for Immortals before, not so much now.
They do have to be careful, though. I don't like that Dignitas is actually playing to Baron side with Dragon spawning, because it's their opponents who have Soul Point.
Santorin's the one to go and get locked into it, gets knocked up on the response, and a bit of a switcheroo as Fleshy gets knocked down to 50% HP. Tomo with all the shields at the ready. Look at the way he's able to poke down, even though Armut and Santorin have been brought low. Even that is enough HP to keep them for the time being. Tomo flash over the wall after all the action coming from Immortals on the bottom half of that fight, but they lost their jungler to jungler for support.
Yeah, and Santorin's just going to go right back to full because he has the Warmog, so he heals right back to full. And they're just going to start up this Baron, but Bolulu does have a flash stolen. Could look for a play. Oh, he gets a sleep!
Sleep, go to sleep, but can't get the follow-up because Dignitas respond as much as possible. They're still on the Baron. Lots of damage onto Bolulu. Revenge, the one looking for the play onto Tomo, who goes into stasis. Jensen trying to hit with the Q, but Bolulu over the wall. It's still Santorin to secure the Baron. All the while, does Revenge want to continue follow-up? Another sleep, this time onto Santorin. A good follow-up and another slap. They'll do it. Tactical with a kill credit. In stasis, Revenge is now Tactical here with the ultimate and more blades, more feathers to be rained into Jensen, but a pop downtown to finish it off from tank that for the rest of the squad.
Yep, just tanking it right back up. There's the Warmogs, but you can see, yeah, Armut's in trouble, but he's gonna make an R.
Yeah, going for the play, trying to get to Slam, gets a nice stun up. Revenge, Fleshy is separated, flashes over the wall to get towards the protection of the turret, and as soon as this GA is popped, Revenge is stopped.
That is a big kill. The scoreline not looking as impressive, but he has found a lot of really great ultis that have been key moments for them. Jensen, though, you are dead.
They were waiting. They knew Jensen was coming. And Immortals get the pick, but all the while, Dignitas across mid, they grab themselves an inhibitor. A bit of a rotation coming from Immortals to see if they can collapse. Fleshy does not have ultimate, does not have flash.
Yeah, Tomo, though, walking a weird way. He's got to be careful. Now they're split here.
By ultimate onto Arma, gets the slam, shuggy. Kevy coming out of stasis in a moment's time. 2 down for Dignitas. Immortals trying to respond. The Featherstorm goes out. Even though there's a sleep on one, they don't even have to wait for it to finish off because Immortals get the kill. They've lost 2 in the process, though. Tomo still nice and healthy. Tomo working with that Cloud Soul. They're working towards their objective focus on this bot side, and now matched this time around by the Dignitas presence. Jensen across that mid lane. Fleshy sought out. It's Armut and Fleshy that are still both looking for those angles.
Look at Jensen. He's just shoving mid lane. He's trying to force this pressure onto those Nexus turrets. He has ulti to join. So Immortals got to force. They got to force on this dragon. Make Dignitas do something here. You can't just give them time. He can end the game.
Oh, they're getting Revenge to back towards the base, and Santorn and the team get collapsed upon by Immortals. They take down Tomo, and here in the base, though, Dignitas, they're still here. We're able to handle Revenge. They've gotten one of the turrets. Oh, it's Dignitas. They know what play matters, and they know that it's the Nexus. Fleshy has arrived. Armut and Jensen still focusing down onto the Nexus, but the entirety of the team right here are able to get them off of it. What an attempt by Dignitas.
I think that's game. I think you could potentially just walk it all the way back. The death timers are so long. Tomo and Ignar might actually respawn, but I don't think there's going to be time for them to defend, especially into Elder here with 4 members alive on Immortals. Let's see if they have time. Flashing forward, just trying to get this done. He's just going to start tanking up the turrets. They have the minions coming for this next wave. I don't know. There's definitely going to be a couple alive. Okay, so I don't think they can actually end. Looking at it now, they're for sure going to get the inhibitor. We'll see how much more they want to go for. If they can get an initial jump onto some of these players from Dignitas as they respawn, maybe they can kill them off and try to end. Looks like the call is to go for it.
How much are they willing to push forward on this with Fleshy already low, looking to get a charm up, and teleport coming in from Immortals, but Dignitas, they're here to make their stand. Kevy eliminated Ignar and Tomo, and the rest can make, they took him down, the 3 down on it, over the wall. Immortals, can they find the vision? Can they find the poke? Can they find Balulu finishing it off for Immortals? Just gonna have to see these teams clash into each other again and again. Things have
asked to try to dive this through the Caitlyn traps. So they just need to try to wave clear this out. Jensen gonna throw out that ulti to zone them off.
Keeping them into a fish barrel best they can. Tactical going in for the feather, storming into the backline. Kevy takes down a lot of damage. A charm on Arma means that he is destroyed. Tactical, they take out one of the frontliners, but they want to bring their...
Yeah, just basically a full bar, but couldn't actually get it, and now they're pushing in here. There's such a long time on Arma. Nearly 40 seconds. Tomo!
Oh, they got the root. Tomo has to get him back and down. Dignitas cannot keep their carry protected, and even with the GA popping up now for Revenge, a full collapse onto the Nexus. It's time for a Nexus to be taken down finally.
Tactical goes in there, catches Tomo out.
Just become this unkillable tank. He's
There it is, Renekton. I think that was the flex. He probably picked Cho'Gath expecting it to be the Jace top lane.
Angles. Blabber that you want to keep your eyes on has gone from red quadrant over to blue and ganking Armut already.
Well, we just saw Fudge use the Rupture. It'll come back up here in a couple of seconds, and I expect once that Rupture is ready, Blabber's going to want to pick his moment here. If they can get Armut to use the Slice, then they know they're going to be in a really good spot. Rupture is used, Armut flashes, Sonic Wave, Resonating Strike, one more hit will do it. Armut's down, and C9's on the board.
Yeah, I love the other buffs were the majority mana cost buffs to help out that lane phase. So now it is easier for you to have a stronger lane phase with mana cost reductions on Q and W, as well as the extra damage we talked about, but Sven is already dead!
Sven's down, and it's Tomo. 9 KDA, man.
Blast Cone 2, he hits the Q.
Oh, and Blabber just goes. He got the dragon thanks to Blabber's steal, so they're controlling everything right now as M&S tries to put himself in a spot to be able to find a kill here on Santorin, but with Santorin being able to escape from the lethal damage thanks to his flash, M&S is now in a bit of a tricky position. LeBlanc is one of the best champions to try to navigate your way out of something like this, but when you got 3 dudes chasing after you, Shock Blast tags him, so that means the timer will not expire anytime soon to go for an execute. M&S has to try to find some fancy feet, but there's not enough fanciness in the world to get you out of that, and Jensen's getting the money as another kill comes through. Sven's taken low yet again. Ignar kills him yet again.
Collapse from Dig. Armut is coming down from top side as well, though.
Cho'Gath ulti is about to come back up, so whether or not they want to use it for a fight or for the objective will be up to them. M&S needs to reset his spot here a little bit. Still stuck on the wrong side of the terrain. Ignar gonna throw out another one of those inner flames. He gets the ignite,
shield.
But the shield, the safeguard from Blabber, along with the heal of Berserker, will keep M&S alive. Dignitas, however, has done significant damage to the enemy mid laner, who does not have a teleport. It means they have man advantage. Tomo's pretty low, but he is Ezreal. He can still contribute with a couple of mystic shots over the wall. Armit trying to challenge Blabber here in the pit over the Drake. Berserker using the trap to keep Ignar away, make it so he's not able to participate. Blabber gets right back away, but Jensen finishes him off. It'll be traded to 1-for-1, but now Sven dies too. Dignitas is out fighting Cloud9 here in the Dragon Pit.
Yeah, Cloud9 thought they could take the
Drake the game for themselves. C9 stole the first one away. This time around, Blabber's not a
clock from Fudge 2. That tower is toast.
Armit gets away. All he can do is watch the turret fall. The trade is happening on the other end of the map as Tomo and Ignar are working together to take that one down. The Herald is going to be summoned up here in the top lane still, but aiming for the second turret. Remember, these are worth so much money compared to the other ones. It's a pretty big influx of gold for C9 to grab it, going from just about 400 gold up. Dignitas just struggling to try to answer what C9 is doing here. Fudge and Blabber going to work together, take down that tier 1 in bottom lane. They'll pick that up. That is all back to, and that's kind of what we were talking about earlier. You want to knock down that turret. You want to make sure LeBlanc and everybody else can chase after these guys. Armit's been caught out of position, though. He'll use the Dominus, but what's it even going to do? Armit getting caught with his pants down, and that could be a problem. Fudge won't be popped as easily. The Cho'Gath is much tankier, and Cloud9 now stands 5v4 for the next 27 seconds. They're not done quite yet. M&S over the wall wants to throw out a little bit of burst, but can't get it all onto the same target. Now that mid lane tier 1 that was that bastion of safety for Dig, that's gonna fall. Gold lead 2,500.
Entering an area where your opponents just counter jungled you, you have to assume that there are wards there, that they have the vision advantage.
Right.
And since they are pushed up in mid lane too, they have the ability to rotate quicker over to you. So retaking, you have to have so much more of a cautious approach in retaking that territory. And Armut got punished. Now though, Sven.
And Sven is caught. Sven is dead. That flash was unfortunate. It's a rough game for Sven. 0-4-2 here on the Kalista. Dignitas has been picking on him constantly, but now, are they going to get caught out instead? They will. Fudge with the kill on Santorin, and now Dignitas has to fall back. Berserker's winning the 1v1 against Tomo off to the side, while Fudge remains an impenetrable front line. It's Jensen getting kicked back into Fudge's waiting arms. Sonic wave into the resonating strike, but they can't quite kill him just yet. Jensen and Tomo and Ignar are all falling away as Blabber's about to fall down, and Armit picks him up. Now he sidesteps out of the way of the rupture, but nobody else from Dig can get in range. Armit falls, and everybody else tries to fall back. Fudge continues pushing forward, wants to see if he might be able to grab. That's about the best you can hope for in that situation.
Good job. I mean, it does attract the Cloud9 attention there, so Jensen is able to get
kills as well as Dragon or Baron kills are going to get you the rest of them. So very, very strong boy here. Ignar tries to get away from him. I don't know if the Feast would have been enough to kill Ignar there, but now Fudge and Sven might be in some trouble with a TP coming in. Fudge already had to use the flash. They finally might have enough ammo to take down the big old Cho'Gath, and yes, they will. Jensen's grabbing the shutdown money, but Armit's going to be traded back thanks to M&S. Blabber disengages with a kick, and it's 4v4 on the Rift. Fudge dies! A beautiful long shot coming down from Jensen and Tomo together.
I guess they don't need CC to lock down the LeBlanc after all. Flowers, the best CC is death. They snipe him. Jensen as well as Tomo. Pinpoint accuracy. Berserker trying to do it all himself, though.
Berserker getting real close up in their faces, making sure that he's trying to maximize these DPS windows. Dignitas has more men, but their health bars aren't exactly super nice right now. Jensen threatening another kill there with an accelerated shock blast. Sven has to save Berserker to get him away from it. The Drake's at 3K. Blabber wants to try to steal. Santorin off. Blabber takes him down and steals it away again. He just keeps getting away with it. They'll finally pick up the kill, but Fudge is back, and he's madder than hell. He missed the rupture, but Berserker aims true. Over, they have started up the Baron. Dignitas knows what's going on thanks to Tomo's ultimate. Jensen's trying to come around from the side, but M&S sees him on the flank. Now M&S might need to be a little bit careful. Distorts over the wall to get away from Santorin. Still ends up eating the damage from Shock Blast. Baron's going to be secured by Fudge and C9. Armit's in the middle of everybody, but not for long. He's already more damage amped for both himself and his teammates, particularly the LeBlanc. And C9 is just going to force things down in two different lanes at the same time. Bottom lane has 4 out of 5 of the players, while M&S is separated.
Slowly but surely, the siege taking effect.
Man, Dignitas cannot stabilize against this. They are hemorrhaging at this point. M&S takes down the tier 3 turret in mid, and now C9 is bringing the brunt of their force here into bottom lane. M&S ready to join up with everybody else. Blabber's stuck in the middle, he might be killed, but no, he won't. Armit's the only one to die so far, and C9's gonna pick up their first inhib here in bottom lane. Shock blast from Jensen hits Blabber, takes him low, but he ain't dead. And the mid lane inhibitor falls next. 2 inhibs down in the blink of an eye, and C9 has a lot of minions pushing up here in mid. They can just keep trying to push. They may just be able to end the game right now. They still got 25 seconds before Armit is back on the map. Blabber is very low, but the first Nexus turret has already fallen. Fudge finds a knock-up on a Santorin. The feast isn't ready just yet, but M&S finds blood in the water and absolutely tears Tomo apart. Dig is stuck back on the fountain stairs, and one Baron